Hey, well, I just got tired of flying the radio-controlled simulator. I did take one flight with the real radio control, flying off the sand dune, not too far from here. It's actually walking distance, but I drive my car down closer, and then walk up over the sand dune. But anyway, right here we have Reno Stead, which is where the air races take place. And this is a little challenge in the Cessna Citation, right up there in the left-hand corner. And when we were watching the air races, this is kind of the start-finish line, right along in here somewhere for the air races. Guy and I were sitting over here in the grandstands, probably right about in here. And that airplane, the Galloping Ghost, hit right around in here, right in here somewhere. The trim tab broke off, and of course, when they're flying at a high speed, the trim tab is trimming the nose down. So if the tab goes away, the nose pitches up, and they're going over 400 miles an hour. So the G-force causes the pilot to lose consciousness. And this guy, a lot older than he said, he might have been close to 70 years old. And not that he would lose consciousness any quicker than a 30-year-old, but probably a little quicker. Probably not in as good a shape, but anyway. So he's coming from down in the right-hand corner, down here, coming around to the start-finish line. That might have been the second or third lap, and it pitches up and does a giant loop, and comes right back down. And when Guy told me to look up, that thing was pointed right at us, right in the stands. But I assume he was passed out. We'll never know for sure. And the airplane, the trim hadn't changed. Obviously, there was no trim. It was just the way the control surfaces were in the rear of the airplane. Which, as it accelerated in the dive, probably with full power, it, as I said, accelerated. And as it accelerated, the nose pulled up, and so even though it was pointed at us, the wings were crossed this way, and the nose was pointed out slightly in this direction. It was slit straight down when it was pointed at us, but as it accelerated, the nose moved out from the acceleration, and it hit right here. Okay, this is a little challenge, so you'll see the next thing will indicate what the path of flight, 190 miles an hour, then 160 over the lake, 120, and it actually, with full flaps and gear down, it'll fly at 100. And the trick here is to land on that little blue mark that's on the runway and in the center of the runway, and then stop as quickly. And they don't want a hard landing. The softer the landing, the better score. So they have two scores. So here we go. We'll see how we do. 3 scores for accuracy, and I go back here. So there's that first lake, and I'll just go on down here. We've got to set the power up. Probably doesn't need any power, as I recall. I've made the run twice now. First time I got 400. The second time I got 1,000,004. And the best score is up around 2 million. I think the best score is 3 million. So we're heading around left. I don't know exactly what this little town is, but it could be Stead. And the field is almost straight in front of us where we were sitting. So you see our airspeed coming down. The field is at 5,000 feet, so you can see us, we're 2,000 feet above field elevation. And I'll kick in the notch of flap, and we'll go ahead and put the gear down. because we got to get it down to 100 miles an hour. So I'm just guessing, and they don't make it simple. If it was simple, that this would be clear and we'd be able to see the runway. So they don't have us looking at the runway. We still got to get down to 1,700 feet, 1,600 feet above the ground level. So eventually here we'll see the runway. Somewhere over here. And we can add maybe a little power. I'll bring in the last flap. And we still have to slow it down to 100. Okay, now I see the nose is coming right another inch, and it'll be pointed right at the end of the runway. I see the strobe light right there. I got to add a little power. And we got her down to 100 knots.
500.
And I'm trimming. We could look at it from inside, but this is not where I really want to be. Here we go. I could make maybe a little smoother landing, but I lose the depth perception here. And of course I don't have perfect depth perception. Got to come in with a little more power. And you can see the little blue marks just up the runway a little bit there. Okay, that's it. I'm just going to start yelling stall, stall. So I hit a little early. Oh, I forgot to get on the brakes. And it'll show my score here. So that's not going to be good. It's better than my first score. My best score is 1,400. And so the problems there was that I didn't land on the blue mark. I didn't land quite center, and I probably landed a little hard because I'd run out of, I got to keep a little power in there. So that the best score that I have, I was just a little lucky to get that good of a score. And we can go here and we can look at the leaderboard to see this shows how I scored, the points I scored. 2,600 on the landing precision. The ground roll was a little less. And I see I didn't get on the brake. If I'd gotten on the brake, I got to remember to get on the brake right away. And landing smoothness wasn't too bad, but I need to be a little closer to the spot to land on there to get better. So here's the guys in math of MA. So 1,700,000. So 1,400,000. I was about 50th on the ranking, as I recall, was the 1,400. And again, it's the best I ever got. And normally I'm not doing this. See, I could restart and do it again, but that's enough for today. And I'm going to end my recording. Talk to you soon. See you later.